Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to be doing a 5 first impressions. It's technically 6 products, but 2 are brushes that are supposed to do about the same thing. So I wanted to kind of use both of them. But these are the products I'm going to be reviewing. So if you want to see how I used these products and got this look, it's a very natural with a bold lip. If you're not sure you can pull off a bold lip or how to do it, I have a video on that, so check it out. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's jump into it. Okay guys, so first we're going to start with our first impression, one of the first impressions is primer. I actually have 6 products to test out, but I'm going to only call it 5 because 2 are pretty much the same thing. They're just like different brands of the same kind of brush, I guess. Sorry about my cat. Lay down. So the primer is the Flower In Your Prime Pore Minimizing Primer. So I'm going to hold on, I'm moving around stuff for you. So I can bring the mirror, flip it. I want to actually see if this is going to minimize my pores, like up close. It is green, but it seems to become clear once you rub it in. So I have a lot of pores on my nose, this area of my face. Especially around my nose and this like cheek area here. I also have a little bit here on my chin. Okay, so it looks like it's kind of filling in my pores a bit. Ooh, I do have a bunch of whiteheads on my nose. Oh, so the primer is okay. We'll see how my makeup applies on top of it. So I'm going to go ahead and use my other primer that I usually use for the rest of my face. This is the Physicians Formula Instant Ready Primer. I always go ahead and shake this up because let me make sure it's open first. Then I just kind of rub it between my fingers. This is to help smooth everything else. So I use this on the outer parts of my face. I actually love this primer. It's pretty good at filling in pores if you need that, but that's not what I use it for. Next, I'm testing the Second Skin foundation. This is in Rosy Ivory, and it's by La Fox. They're a Korean brand that's just launched in Walmart. They do have, it has a really nice pump. This is what it looks like. I thought, like this, it looks like I thought it was a stick foundation, but it is not. So yeah. So I went ahead and did 3 pumps. It's not a super thick formula. It's just here on my palette. It seems like it's going to be an okay match. So for half of my face, I'm going to use a beauty blender or a blending sponge. And on the other half, I'm going to switch between these 2 brushes. So the first one is the Morphe Y6, which is the product I'm testing out, as well as the flat buffer brush by Wet n Wild. It's a little, they're both very soft. Like, I feel like they're both going to do very well. So from here, actually, I think I'm going to use this one to do foundation. Actually, which one fits better? Okay, so I'm going to use one for foundation and the other for concealer. So I guess I'll use foundation for this one. So this foundation is supposed to be Second Skin. It doesn't really, I haven't been able to find any claims on it, but I believe it's supposed to be full coverage. Ooh, it looks pretty nice. Not covering up that giant pimple I have on my chin. So the reason I got this brush was because of Laura Lee. This is like her go-to foundation brush. Oh, stupid animals. So I was like, you know what, I'll try it and see if if her claims are true. I used it the other day, or I went to use it the other day. Okay, so now I want to see. Okay. So actually, holy mackerels. So it's not super heavy on the skin like I was kind of expecting, especially with a Korean brand. But it's decently creamy. So I'm just gonna add one more pump. I actually really like, and this is a, okay, this doesn't tell me how many ounces this is, but I believe it is a 1 fluid ounce. I'll have to check, but I'm not completely sure, so don't quote me on it. So I want to see which one I can get more coverage with. And if you guys would be interested in a foundation Friday, like every Friday, or every 2 Fridays probably, then I would love to do that. I saw that Taylor, I think her name is, on YouTube. I will link her channel below. She does this series. Hold on, I'm gonna go ahead and blend my neck. Okay. She does the series, and I think that's something I would like to do. So definitely let me know. Okay. Okay. So I'm just smoothing over this side because there are a few brush strokes, but I think I got better coverage with the brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back in and touch up areas I feel I need it more, I guess. Okay. Now with this foundation, I haven't been able to really find anything about it other than it's supposed to like look like skin and all that. Because I am filming on my phone, that kind of, oh wow, yeah. So it's definitely buildable, like holy mackerels. So I want to go ahead and dip my brush directly into it. So I actually really like this foundation. It is pretty pale though, and it looks like they have a bunch of deeper shades as well, so I actually really like that. So next product we're going to test out is the Wet n Wild brush. I'm sorry if this is a long video. I'm actually going to first apply this with a like flat, oh my nose itches, sorry, like concealer foundation kind of brush. Like it's flat like this. It's considered a concealer brush, so I tend to apply it like this, and then I'll blend it out with that brush. So I'm gonna have to bring my mirror closer. There we go. So I would consider this a high, medium to full coverage. It is definitely buildable, and you can more than likely like sheer it. Like maybe put, I used 4 pumps on my whole entire face, and I did still have some left over. So that's, it's gonna last a decent while. Now the size compared to like my hand, it's a thicker like bottle, if that makes sense, instead of being like longer. Sorry, I have like a really bad itch around my nose. Just to get that big freaking pimple. By the way, the moisturizer I use, I will be talking about in my upcoming skin video, or my skincare routine. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna see if this will blend it out. I want to keep an eye on brush strokes as well. Okay, so it's looking pretty smooth. It doesn't seem to be taking away any coverage. Okay. It's a little harder to get right here, like right there. But okay. So now I'm gonna go in close up. Okay, so I don't see any brush strokes or anything, and this is actually like super soft for my under eye, so I really like that. Whew. So that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and the next thing we're testing out, actually. What is moving? So this is the LA Colors Contour Palette. It has 8 powders in it. Okay, so it's this part. So, ooh, it looks like it actually has a highlight right here, and then it has a banana shade, some contour shades and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I want to test all of these shades. Now this is supposed to be the light one, I believe. And I'm going to take this little brush and dip it in this like banana powder. I'm just going to kind of put this on. I actually really like the shade of this. Actually, like, it looks super nice so far. So, banana powders are really good for baking. Now I'm just doing like very light. I want to also try with this. See how that looks. Okay, so now with the close-up mirror, okay, you can definitely see it, but I just want to see if I can like pack this under my under eye. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, actually, well, I don't know if my brush is going to fit in this or not, but I'm going to go, actually, I can use my smaller powder brush. I want to go in, I really like this banana shade here. Let's swatch it. So that is what it looks like. It's actually really creamy, buttery. I'm going to go in with the lightest shade in this palette. It looks to be this color. I'm going to use that to set my whole face. So usually I use the Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder, but I figured that I would try this palette out. It's really hard to get my medium-sized brush in it, but it's not that bad. So it's a decent powder. Like, I don't have anything bad to say about it. So yeah. I actually want to make sure to set my nose. So I actually prefer loose powders to set my face, but I guess if I was like traveling or something, I'd probably use this. Like, it's decent. So now we're gonna go. Okay, I missed a spot on my face. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a big fluffy brush just to kind of make sure I brush away all that powder under my eyes. It actually leaves the skin feeling really soft, so that's always good. So what I want to do now is I want to use this contour shade. It looks like there's only one contour shade, I guess. Or I guess these are both supposed to be contour shades. So I'm going to use this one right here. It doesn't look to be too deep, so I'm hoping that it'll work. My brush fits perfectly in it, though. Holy mackerels, that is pigmented. Like, can you guys see that? Look at all that powder. Okay, so now I'm gonna dust this off and just kind of, I want to make sure this is nice and blendable before I like recommend it to you guys. Then I'm gonna go back in, make sure it's, and then I also use this smaller powder brush that I used for my bronzer. I just like bigger, like more diffused bronzer looks. So, which one is warmer? Okay, so we are going to use, so depending on what shade you are, depends on if you can use this one or not, but I think they sell a darker, like more deep shades of this palette. I think there's 2 shades, like light to medium and then dark to medium. So I'm going to go ahead and use this powder to bronze with. Now I usually use a single bronzer from Shop Miss A. Ooh. This is actually really pigmented and it's really easy to blend. So I'm actually very happy with this product. Actually, so far I liked all the products. I'm not sure about the primer. Actually, I like the primer too. You can't see my ginormous things right there, so whew. So I actually really like this palette. It's only $6. I would recommend buying it either at Walmart, which you have to usually get it offline because they're always out of stock, it seems. Ooh, and I want to try the highlight shade in this. I don't know. Yeah, that's not a highlight. So this is meant to be a highlight shade. So this is a brush. I don't even want to know. This is the F19 from AOA Studios. You can get this on shopmissa.com. And I'm just going to highlight. Ooh. Okay, so this is a very gorgeous highlight. Like, holy crap. It's not enlarging my scar or my texture. So I actually really like it. Now, this is not as blinding as the Master Chrome highlight by Maybelline, but this is definitely a gorgeous highlight. Like, okay. So actually, before I move on to our next product, I'm going to go ahead and use this, like, not the lightest shade, but this shade. Actually, I'll use the lightest shade again. And I'm just going to kind of get that on the Beauty Blender and clean up, ooh, wow, my bronzer contour and stuff. Ooh. Okay, yeah. So I actually really, for 8 powders for $6, that's like $1. That's less than $1 a powder. Okay. Whew. So on to, I'm actually going to use this again, but I'm just going to put a little bit of color, transition color in my crease, and then I have one last product to test for you. It's a liquid eyeliner, so just give me 1 minute. This is the e.l.f. blending eye brush. I'm just going to take this shade that I use, the bottom shade that I used, or was going to, this is a bronzer shade. I'm just going to take that, put it into my crease, take a little on the other side, put it into the crease, and then I'm going to take a, where's my flat brush? There it is. A flat shader brush, and I'm going to spray it with some setting spray, and then I'm going to dip into that highlight again. This is just a very simple eye look that I'm doing. I really love the highlight in this palette. This also does come with a like little clear plastic thing as well, by the way. So real quick before I do the last thing, I'm just gonna spray my face with that. Pat it out to kind of take away that powdery look. Okay, so now the last thing I'm going to use is the L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black telescopic eyeliner, or liquid eyeliner I should say. Oh, sorry. So I need to be close. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and put on mascara, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do this. Remember, I am not the best at liquid eyeliner, so we're gonna see how this works. So I'm gonna try to do a cat eye. If I don't, I'm sorry, it may look horrible. We're gonna see if this is an actual good formula. So it's like a felt tip. It's pretty black. I don't know if you guys can see that little bit dot, but the package didn't say anything about being waterproof or anything, so that's why I went ahead and did my setting stuff. Actually, I'm gonna flip this back to normal. Oh, me. So there we go. So it's actually a really nice formula. Like, my lines are nice and precise. I did mess up a little, but that is completely my fault. Wow. So I actually really like this eyeliner. I will continue to wear it and see if it actually is like waterproof. But so far I'm very happy with it. So I'm gonna finish my this is the look, by the way. As you can see, I did add like a little extra right there. It does seem to be drying matte, like it's not like shiny or anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish my other eye off camera, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so as you can see, I did mess up a few times on this eye, but I've had liner days that were like 100 times worse. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. I'll keep testing it, but it is this L'Oreal, I believe this was $9 at Walmart, but I really like it. So if you can get your hands on it, I would highly recommend it, especially for beginner makeup people. Does that make sense? Or somebody who maybe has trouble doing liner. Like, and you could even do, like, I know a lot of people do like, you could buy like an e.l.f. eyeliner stick or something like that and do dots and then just connect them with this black eyeliner. Like, that'd be a great way to use this. So real quick, we're gonna kind of jump into my final thoughts and first impression. This is a 5 first impressions, even though I have 6 products. But so for the primer, I'm liking it so far. As you can't really see any of my pores on my nose anymore, or where I put it. I also had a bit of redness right here, and you can't see that at all anymore. So, and then the foundation was, I'm actually very surprised because this is a Korean brand, like made in Korea, like that's what the display says on it. But it looks really good. Like, and it's actually my skin tone. Like, a lot of Korean products are too dark for me because I am pretty pale. So again, the shade is Rosy Ivory. I don't see how they got that name because it's not like pink undertoned or anything. Like, it has a pretty, here's a swatch of it. It's a really nice foundation. It's full coverage in my opinion. Sorry, I was just letting it out on my hand. It's very blendable, very workable, great product. I'm actually probably gonna get more. I wish they had a stick foundation because that's what I thought this was. It's not, just so you know. Next, we're going to talk about the 2 brushes I tested. So I really like the Y6 for foundation. I'm going to try it a few other ways, like maybe blending out contour or something. And I really like this. It is so, like, this is a $3 brush, and it is so freaking soft. Like, it blended my concealer like a dream. Like, it was great. So I'd highly recommend both these. I'm going to keep working with them, and in 2 weeks, I'll do an update on all these products. And I definitely recommend all of these that I picked up. This is the LA Colors I Heart Makeup Contour Palette. It has a highlight, it has a, let's see, so this, I'm going to tell you what the 8 powders are because I don't think I covered that. It is a little freaking hard to open though. So it has a highlight shade, a super light, like, pale, like, I guess if you were like white as paper maybe, no. Anyways, it has like a darker banana shade, a lighter banana shade, a contour shade. It has 2 colored face powders, like setting powder, I guess. And then it has 2 bronzers. So I really like this palette. Like, it's super creamy. This was $6, and I got mine off of Walmart.com. But you can buy them at Dollar General, I believe, or Family Dollar, all of that, where LA Colors is sold for $6 as well. And it is a great palette. Like, I'm really loving it. I'm going to keep working with it. Like, the highlight didn't show any of my texture that I have. Neither did the contour. It really blended out. So did the bronzer in this. The banana powder really set my under eye, and it makes your skin feel so soft. So far I'm in love with all of these products. Like, I have nothing bad to say. The only thing I don't like is, or that I might end up not liking in 2 weeks, is the Flower in Your Prime primer. Like, I'm not sure if it's gonna, I'm gonna try to use it all over my face and see if it like hides texture, you know, smooths everything, like what it does exactly, and then I will come back in 2 weeks. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.